And solidarity is the closest expression to love that I've ever felt with my fellow man. Random people all around the world.
To try and get them and deport them. That was President Trump's promise to the nation to close the border, which he's done. 8 straight months of zero releases, and to remove these individuals.
I just love these idiot lawmakers, from the mayor to the governor, who say, I'm really proud of how peaceful and how much love is out there. Does this look like love to you? Is this love to you when you get in front of a law enforcement official and don't let them go to a convenience store, or you work in that convenience store and you don't serve them? Is that the love that Minneapolis is giving out? Does that look like a lovely thing to do, jumping on a law enforcement officer and then...
Yes, it does, because it's solidarity. And solidarity is the closest expression to love that I've ever felt with my fellow man. Random people all around the world. So yeah, it is an expression of love. It's an expression for love of justice. It's an expression of the love that you feel for your fellow citizens, that you care for, that you want to defend them, that you want to fucking put your goddamn body on the line for them. I know this is a concept that is completely alien to a multi-millionaire Fox News contributor who makes his money by dividing the American public, by filling their heads with lies. But yeah, that is love. This is a nation of immigrants, man. What the fuck are we doing? This is a nation comprised entirely of immigrants. Some multiple generations removed, some recent, some in the process of getting their paperwork done, some that recently completed it. Protecting those people, regardless of their immigrant status, because they are your neighbors and you love them, is the most American thing you can do. That's it.
Blaming some other, you're under duress, or that you have the disability. This is absolutely an embarrassment. If people in Minneapolis could see the way they're being, could see themselves and see this video and are proud, they're living in a different country.
I am proud of those people, and those people should feel proud. If there's anyone who should never feel a sense of pride, it's Brian fucking Mr. I want to light homeless people on fire. I want to murder every homeless person I see. You're a disgusting little creature, Brian.
About a week ago, you interviewed Mayor Fry, and this is a portion of that interview. It was on January 14th. Listen to Griff talking to the mayor.
We have a separation ordinance in the city, and you know what that ordinance says? It says that I want our limited numbers of police officers focusing on keeping people safe, arresting perpetrators of violent crimes, stopping car thefts from taking place. That's what I want them focusing on. You know what I don't want them focusing on? Hunting down a dad that just dropped his kids off at daycare, is about to go work a 12-hour shift, who happens to be from Ecuador. That guy makes our city a better place.
There's two sides to this story. You mentioned an Ecuadorian migrant. Are you familiar with Victoria Eileen Harwell? An Ecuadorian illegal immigrant in August of 2024, driving drunk, crashed head-on into Victoria Harwell, killing her. As you call it, a separation ordinance. Why not just cooperate and make it safer for everyone involved? The community, the officers, and even the migrants.
My position here is pretty straightforward, and that's this. If you commit a crime, if you commit fraud, if you commit a carjacking or a murder, you should be investigated, charged, prosecuted, held accountable, and yes, arrested and put in jail. What I am saying is that a lot of the people that ICE is picking up right now in our city are not a problem for Minneapolis.
That was a great point, Griff, because why not just cooperate? If you don't want the dad who's here illegally but doing everything right, if you don't want him to get arrested, then why not work with ICE and say, give me the list of everyone that you want?
Brother, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, here's another side of the otherwise complex immigration process that exists in this country that most people are completely oblivious to. ICE knows where most undocumented immigrants are. This might come as a surprise to you, but ICE, I'm going to repeat it one more time. ICE knows exactly where most of the undocumented immigrants are, on U.S. soil. And not because of surveillance, mind you. They know the precise location of every single undocumented immigrant, virtually every single undocumented immigrant on U.S. soil. And it's not because they have mass surveillance. They know because these people pay taxes. They know where they work. They know because these people go to courts. ICE has under Democratic leadership, a handshake agreement, and under Republican leadership too, even to this day. They have a handshake agreement with all of these undocumented migrants. We keep them undocumented on purpose. Okay? We keep them undocumented on purpose. We don't let them get the proper documentation and the proper clearance. We put them in this legal limbo. The reality of the matter is, ICE knows where most people are. They know where most people work. They know that these people don't have any criminal records. Because these people, for the most part, by and large, on U.S. soil, cooperate with the court system. Okay? This is a new one? No, this is not a new one. This is not new at all. I've talked about this a million different times. I've talked about this because ICE does apprehensions at courts. What the fuck do you think is happening? Those are asylum applicants that are following their goddamn paperwork properly to get gainful employment in the country. I've talked about it so much. Why would those guys go to their court dates? You usually just say asylum seeker. Yeah, that's what an undocumented immigrant is. Thought they didn't get benefits? Wait, what? No, they don't. They pay taxes. They don't receive benefits from said taxes. Yes, undocumented migrants pay into taxes. Their information is stored with the IRS. They do not get benefits from said taxes. Perhaps the reason why you're confused right now is because it doesn't make any sense to actually illegally apprehend these people and kick them out of the country, right? When you find all the facts, when you find out that it's just every single thing that the administration has been saying about undocumented migrants and migrants in general is just built around a lie, okay? Not what you are governor said, my boy. Chatter, you don't have to lash out at me because you're oblivious to how things work, okay? I don't know why your first response in this moment is not to go, wait a minute, I didn't know the full details of the situation, but instead to double down and try to attack the fucking messenger. This is what a stupid person does. I want to believe that you're more intelligent than this, all right? I want to believe that you are not this dumb. I want to hope and dream that you are actually intelligent enough to go, you know what? I had not heard of this piece of information. I'm going to go research it on my own. I'm going to try to see if this is verified. I'm going to try to find out if this is true or not. And then if it is true, I'm going to change my mind. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay? When you encounter new information backed by evidence, what you're supposed to do is go, I wonder what steps led me to believe otherwise I should really reconsider this position. Okay? That's what you're supposed to do. Instead, you just lashed out at me angrily, try to catch me in an own or something. It's funny how they assume you like Newsom. Yeah, I don't even know if he knows which governor he's talking about. I don't know why he stopped talking. I feel like he's short-circuited. I wish you would have laid this truth to Bob yesterday and see what he said about that. Yeah, because you fucking, flick your bean or crank your hog to contest. That's all you care about. If all you care about is fucking blood sport and getting dunks, then yeah, that's your takeaway from that conversation. I think that conversation was very productive. Why are you always so mad at people who go against your views? I'm not. I'm mad at people that are wrong, but confidently wrong. Who on the planet would be not mad at someone who is objectively incorrect and also on top of that, confidently incorrect and acting as though they are the actual authority on the subject matter when I'm explaining something to them that they didn't know about beforehand? That's understandably a frustrating situation, don't you think? But you go against their character. Chatter, what is your job? Are you gainfully employed? Do you have a job? Let's test this out. Like, what do you do every day? I'm sure there's a hobby that you have that you know down to the fucking wire, right? You know every single thing about this hobby. If I just came up to you and I just started explaining something to you confidently that you knew more about than I did, you would probably also get fucking mad at me, right? Like, that's normal. It's a human thing. And for the record, I asked you what your job is. I didn't ask like, you know, there was a purpose for that. Like whatever your specialty is, right? Sorry, game developer. Great. Brilliant. Beautiful. Imagine if I just started fucking telling you that you were, like confidently telling you that you were wrong about your actual fucking job. Okay? I was just yelling at you like, you're fucking stupid, dude. You don't understand. That's not how video games are developed, you fucking dumbass. Huh. That's not what the Blizzard developers said. You know, just like bring up random shit. Yeah, you would fucking get pissed off, right? As a matter of fact, I'm sure you do receive that on a daily fucking basis. Half the time from, you know, Asmongold's fans. I mean, that does happen, but going against someone's character is uncalled for. Oh. Just tell them any Pyro software take? Yeah. If I catch you having a take on Pyro software that you fucking that goes against his character, I'm gonna ruthlessly ban you, just so you know. Because once again, you're more mad at the form than the function. Why is it that so many people get mad at the form rather than the function? The function here is someone coming in without additional knowledge on an issue that I'm talking about and confidently being incorrect and derailing. Okay? Stop focusing on the form. Start focusing on the function. Okay?